The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus is brought to you by Boston Store. Your store, your style. By the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, where our sports medicine experts train the pros.
Greenfield High School, Mark knows it's home of the Hustlin' Hawks. We're glad to be in Greenfield for this edition of Preps Plus. I'm Lance Allen from today's TMJ4.
And I'm Mark Stewart, prep editor for the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Tonight we're going to feature the Hustling Hawks football and swim teams. We're also going to meet a young Brewers prospect and check out a primetime soccer matchup.
Speaking of soccer, we'll start off with an outstanding player who has drawn attention on the pitch in more than just one way.
He's also a leader on a very successful team. Here's Brad Preeter. He's got the Boston Store featured student athlete.
Zavier Ware is enjoying his role as a leader this season. Ware is one of the captains for the defending Division II state champions from Whitefish Bay.
I'm a lot more vocal on the field. I feel I have a big say in what we do on the field and off the field, and I like it a lot.
I mean, we've had a couple games this year where we've been struggling a little bit, and he's always motivating us to keep going. And even after we've lost 2 games, even after we lost, he made sure everyone's head was up because, I mean, we have so much ahead of us.
The Blue Dukes have been impressive this season, despite losing loads of talent to graduation last spring.
We had a lot of doubters going into the season. We lost 2 D1 players, actually. So a lot of us had a chip on our shoulder. I feel like we have a lot to prove. Some of the people that didn't think we could get it done this season.
Zavier has played a big role in Bay's success. He scored all 3 goals in a huge victory over a strong Arrowhead squad earlier this season. And he's helped the Blue Dukes remain unbeaten in North Shore Conference matches as of this week.
My best asset is my speed and my explosiveness with the ball. I feel like I can take defenders on 1v1 pretty much whenever I want to.
I would 100% agree. His pace is tough to defend. He's become real creative with the ball and off the ball. So a guy with that kind of pace, not knowing where he's going to be and trying to defend that is a very difficult thing. So that's definitely his strength.
He's lightning. He's crazy. He's I haven't seen anybody in high school soccer with the pace that he has. So.
In school, Zavier is a solid student, and his teammates say he's very well liked at school as well. Part of the reason for that might be the fact that Zavier loves to attend other sporting events and support all of those Bay teams.
I'm not part of any clubs or anything, but I pretty much go to every sporting event I can, all the football games, all the volleyball games. So any sporting event I can get to, I like to go to that. Just like to support everyone that goes to the school, everyone that plays sports. So I feel like it's the right thing to do. Pretty much everyone comes to support my team, so I like to support those teams.
Zavier describes himself as extremely competitive. He wants to be the best at soccer or whatever he does. His coach says Ware's willingness to listen and learn really helps.
He uses that as motivation. If we tell him that he needs to work on different things, he really strives to push forward and to get better every day as a player.
I want to keep improving my left foot, shooting with my left foot, going left, passing with my left.
Zay is known for more than being an excellent player and a nice guy. You have noticed his hair, right?
I'm known for it around the school. I probably had it since 4th or 5th grade.
Bay's JV goalkeeper sports a similar look, so is he following in Ware's footsteps?
He might be. I like to say he is. I think he is. He gets it from me, but he says he's not, but I think he definitely gets it from me.
Whether it's with their heads or their feet, the Blue Dukes seem happy to follow Zavier's lead. The team has battled through a host of injuries and a jam-packed schedule. They hope it all adds up to another great postseason run.
We got a lot of young guys on the team, and we've been getting them a lot of minutes with these injuries, so I think we're going to be even more primed and more deep when it comes to playoff time.
Zavier says he's almost positive he's going to play college soccer, but if he doesn't, he's got a backup plan in place.
And Mark, Ware has certainly been outstanding for the Blue Dukes. Head coach Rob Dubinsky now does the honors on behalf of Boston Store.
For the type of season that we're having thus far, and as what you've been doing as a player individually, you've been featured as a student athlete of the week, so congratulations, Zay.
Thank you, Coach.
It's never been easier or faster to shop Boston Store. Introducing Buy Online, Pickup in Store. Shop for what you want when you want it. Simply shop bostonstore.com, select Pickup in Store, and place your order online. We'll contact you when your order is ready for pickup at your nearest store in as little as a few hours. Plus, with our dedicated pickup service desk, it's never been easier or faster to order today and wear it tonight. Boston Store, your style.
Think of joint pain like a warning light in your car. It means something in your body isn't working right or could be damaged. And the Fredert and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network is where you go to keep everything in working order. Our orthopedic and spine specialists will show you all your options, from non-surgical remedies like physical therapy to minimally invasive treatments and advanced surgical techniques to get you going again. Isn't it good to know what is possible?
Welcome back to Greenfield High School on the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus. It's time for our football highlights, Lance. And this week we're going to start off with the Hustling Hawks first place showdown from Friday night, as well as a big-time matchup in the City Conference.
Craig Harden and Scott Babler have the Preps Plus highlights.
A big matchup in the Woodland East Conference this Friday night between two undefeated teams, both coming in at 4-0 in conference play. Shorewood Messmer taking on the Hustling Hawks of Greenfield. Winner takes sole possession of first place.
The rain coming down, the fans from both schools still showed up to see which team will come out with the W. Greenfield gets on the board first and often in this game. The Hustling Hawks quarterback Rayvon Bartlett Jr. connects with Zach Frochet for 15 yards. Rayvon used his arm to get the team in the red zone, and now the kid will use his feet to put 6 up on the board. We move to the second quarter, and senior running back Ezekiel Banks takes the toss, turns the corner, and scores 6. Just a tough day overall for the Shorewood Messmer team. They fumble the rock, and Greenfield recovers it. The Hawks run the same exact play and get the same result, touchdown. 1 of 4 touchdowns on the day for money-making Ezekiel Banks. In the third quarter, Greenfield keeps it on the ground. Ezekiel goes straight up the middle and gains 20 yards before finally being taken down. Inside the 5, Banks finishes the job with this touchdown. Greenfield up 35-0 at this point. Shorewood Messmer running back Grant Brown had some nice runs on the night, but it was not enough for his team. This play by the Hawks quarterback Rayvon Bartlett Jr. is going to go on his end of the season highlight reel. The play action catches the defense sleeping, and then watch the stiff arm as he walks his way into the end zone. And the Greenfield Hustling Hawks remain undefeated in conference play at 5-0 with a 48-6 win.
Try to, focus on the little things this week. Try to go hard in practice and make sure that, we take care of business. This sure was a good team, and, we had to come out here and play discipline. Well, as much as we could, play discipline and come out and play hard.
Undefeated teams in conference, we wanted to get the win, so of course we can go play in that conference championship game. So we play hard, my whole team play hard. You can always perform better, improve on things.
City Conference supremacy is on the line here tonight at Windy South Stadium. It's Hamilton taking on Riverside. The winner remains unbeaten in the conference and will sit atop the Richardson Division. The Riverside homecoming crowd gave the Tigers a little bounce in their step, and they did not disappoint their fans on this night. The domination started early. First Tiger drive, Christopher Sykes takes the direct snap, scampers outside, and 20 yards later, he's in the end zone, 7-0 Riverside. Next Tiger drive, it's Jacoby White squirting up the middle for the 9-yard score, Riverside up 13. The strong opening quarter continues for the orange and black. White spins and drags tacklers inside the 1. First play of the second, it's Sykes on the keeper with a big assist from lineman Keelan Hill. Tigers pulling away up 21-0. And Sykes was just getting started. Here he controls the errant snap, breaks a tackle, and he is gone. 57 of his 169 yards on the night, and his third touchdown, 27-0 Riverside. And we haven't forgotten the Tiger defense. They were flawless as well. Lazavia Jackson has nowhere to go for the Wildcats. No let-up for Riverside in the third quarter. Here's White waltzing in for his second score, 33-0. More Tiger D. Here, Corey White simply steals the ball from Hamilton's Demetrius Wilson, and that set up this. White cashes in for his third and final touchdown, now 41-0. The Tigers show their claws with an impressive 49-8 win, taking full control of the Richardson division.
I thought my kids really worked hard this week in preparation. Just as far as getting the offense really crisp, the defense played phenomenal. I mean, these guys have been scoring 40 a week. And so for us, really, if the defense could hold like they did, I thought we really had a good chance to win, and that's what happened tonight.
The Classic 8 Conference's reputation for great football hasn't dropped off a bit this season.
And two of the league's top teams go at it in the Preps Plus Game of the Week.
When play kicked off on Friday night, 3 Waukesha schools held the top 3 spots in the Classic 8 standings. Catholic Memorial came in undefeated atop the league standings, while Waukesha West and North each were a game behind at 3-1. Here at West, the Wolverines were looking to pull into a first-place tie. Both teams' fans were out in full force for this showdown. As the saying goes, the players would leave everything on the field, including their helmets on a couple occasions. Jalen Campbell keeps all his gear in place on this run because he's almost untouched on his way to the game's first score. Campbell rushed for more than 200 yards on the night. Crusaders lead 7-0 at the half. Third quarter from the 2-yard line, the ball doesn't go to Campbell, but instead to Joe Reinecke. He'll punch it in, no problem. Catholic Memorial up 14-0. The Wolverines would respond by going to the air. It's Robert Kobza with a nice toss over the middle to Finley Schumacher, good for a gain of 40-plus. In a goal-to-go situation, the Wolverines go to their workhorse back, Peter McCudden. He'll reach the end zone before being pushed back out. West is within 7. Fourth quarter, the Crusaders extend the lead when Eric Friedel splits the uprights perfectly with this 37-yard field goal. West can't strike at its next possession, but this great grab by Brian Dobrich is definitely worth a look. The Wolverines earn opportunities by grabbing a couple of turnovers in the fourth quarter, the first of which is this leaping interception by Reed Larson. Later in the fourth, following a fumble recovery, Robert Kobza fires on the run. Reed Larson gets behind the defense to haul in this 38-yard touchdown. It's game on, Wolverines within 3 at 17-14. But West couldn't complete the comeback. Ben Mims follows the pile into the end zone to seal it. Catholic Memorial's victory keeps the Crusaders unbeaten. They're now 2 games up in the Classic 8. After the game, Memorial and West gather to show Classic 8 conference unity.
We wanted to come out and send a message right away, first from the first play to the last play, that we're going to come out and really kick in the mouth. We came out here, we played great Memorial football, and I love it. I love it.
You know, it's a cliche and everybody uses, but really, in this league, you've got to be dialed in to your next opponent's the most important game of the schedule. Do your job. It's about stop and run, running the ball, great field position, and great team defense.
For more details on the local high school football games, you know where to look. It's the Preps Plus website at jsonline.com, where we cover all the sports. We got daily scoreboards, players and teams of the week, area rankings, and a lot more.
And Mark, just a reminder that you can follow us on your favorite social media sites. We will certainly have a lot of the show content on there, bonus coverage, and tell you where we'll be on the show each and every week. Stick around. We'll be right back.
We get it. You're always on the go. That's why Boston Store is ready anytime you want to shop, day or night, or anytime in between. At bostonstore.com, you'll find more brands, styles, and sizes to get you going. to work or to play. And with web exclusives, free online shipping, and convenient in-store returns, it's never been easier. What are you waiting for? Shop bostonstore.com. Boston Store, your style.
No matter what your schedule, personality, or lifestyle, our primary care providers do everything possible to make every day a little healthier. It all begins by listening and getting to know you. It's about convenience with flexible hours and locations near you. And it's about connections linking you to the power of academic medicine right in your community. For a primary care provider who gets you, get to us.
The Brewers season has now come to a close, but you can bet a guy like Yadiel Rivera won't take much time off.
Yadiel loves to play, and he hopes to be a part of the team's long-term plans. Yadiel Rivera is our guest this week on Preps to Pros.
You know, you have to be professional on the field and off the field. I think that's a big key for a pro athlete, and be a sample for a little kid, little one that's growing up, and you know, they looking at you on TV and they saying, like I did too, I want to be like that guy.
Drafted by the Brewers at age 18 back in 2010, Yadiel Rivera has always been known as an amazing fielder. Baseball America ranked him as the best defensive infielder in the Brewers organization several years in a row. Hitting in the pros was more of a challenge, but Rivera feels he made a big jump at the plate in 2014.
I got pretty good season in high A, and I get to double A, put good numbers, and I think that's the year that I really learned how to hit.
Yadi moved up to Triple A in 2015, then in September of that year got the call to the majors. He'll always remember his first big league hit, which came just a couple days later.
I got pretty good at bat. I got like 11 pitch at bat when I got the hit, and that's the best moment. I mean, I got my parents just landing in St. Louis for that day, for that game, and they make it to the game, and I'm glad that they saw my first hit in the big league, and that's something that we never forget about it.
Although he didn't have a strong season hitting at AAA this year, Rivera got another call up to the Brewers this September. His off-season will be extremely busy if it's anything like last year. That's when he went from Milwaukee to fall ball in Arizona to Winter League in his native Puerto Rico.
Played pretty well. I put good numbers in the fall league, and I got some goal to go back to Puerto Rico because winnable. We won the championship in 2014, so I want to go back in 2015 to get the back-to-back in there. So that was why I played in winnable, and we ended up winning it again. So I got the back-to-back, and you know, I don't take off time. I just keep playing.
Winning the Woodland Conference Relays was cause for celebration for the Greenfield girls swim team.
It also earned them the title of Preps Plus Team of the Week.
The young ladies from Greenfield/Pius Co-op swim team carved their names into the history books recently when the team won its first ever girls swim conference title.
It's amazing. It's the first time in 40 years for Greenfield, but it's the first time ever for Pius. So I mean, that's amazing to be the first time ever for Pius and for 40 years after for Greenfield.
That was really exciting. I mean, I didn't know it was over 40 years that we won, so I mean, that was news to me like a few days after.
It was like a high pressure situation, but at the same time I felt calm because I trust the girls on my team and I trust Dale, and we did what we had to do and we won.
It was an exciting day for Greenfield Pius Swimming. We ended up winning the Woodland Conference Relay Championships for the first time in the history of either school, Whitnall and Greenfield. And I think what's kind of exciting for me is, like I was talking to you before, I've had a number of conference championships at Whitnall and Tosa, but it's nice for me to come full circle back to Greenfield. This was my alma mater to come back and actually have the girls at this school now kind of experience winning at that level.
And the team celebrated like any other team would that had just won its first conference title in 40 years.
We all jumped in the pool, which was really exciting because we don't get to do that very often. And it was especially exciting because Coach Dale got pushed in. And that was fun because I don't think I've ever seen Dale in a pool.
It was exciting to have everyone jump in. A lot of people were wearing clothes already, and they were like, what the heck, why not?
A little excited, and suddenly they threw me in the pool. A special moment for me. You know, coaches live for those melodramatic moments, and this was one of them. You know, it's a good memory for me and hopefully a great memory for them.
This co-op squad built with Greenfield and Pius High School swimmers had to make some adjustments.
The biggest change is definitely our trust in one another. I trust that the girls do their job, like whether it's working in practice or being on time. I trust that all my coaches know what they're doing with my sets, how to train me. I trust that Coach Dale makes a good lineup.
I remember starting the team as a freshman, and I didn't really talk to the other girls because I was scared. And this year I feel like we really bonded and we grew as a team because we did more outings and stuff, and we did more things together, and we spent more time together, and it just made everything better.
And how can it get any better than being this week Preps Plus
Team of the Week!
Hey, I'm J.R. Radcliffe from Lake Country Publications and Now Newspapers. It's been since 1984 that a Milwaukee area football team hasn't been to the Division I state championship game. Things could be different in 2016. Check out my Preps alcove at lakecountrynow.com to find out the reasons why that might be and which teams still have a chance to get to Madison at the end of the year. lakecountrynow.com is also the place where you can find Chuck Delsman's feature on Ben Bredesen, the University of Michigan offensive lineman who hails from Arrowhead High School, has been seeing the field this year. The Wolverines, of course, played the Wisconsin Badgers on Saturday. Your source for all things Milwaukee area football is The Push. Find out who's in, who's still got work to do, and who's out at mycommunitynow.com/push. Preps Plus, we'll be right back.
It's never been easier or faster to shop Boston Store. Introducing Buy Online, Pickup in Store. Shop for what you want when you want it. Simply shop bostonstore.com, select Pickup in Store, and place your order online. We'll contact you when your order is ready for pickup at your nearest store in as little as a few hours. Plus, with our dedicated pickup service desk, it's never been easier or faster to order today and wear it tonight. Boston Store, your style.
Think of joint pain like a warning light in your car. It means something in your body isn't working right or could be damaged. And the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network is where you go to keep everything in working order. Our orthopedic and spine specialists will show you all your options, from non-surgical remedies like physical therapy to minimally invasive treatments and advanced surgical techniques to get you going again. Isn't it good to know what is possible?
Heat stroke is a medical illness and is a serious form of heat injury. If you suspect someone to have a heat stroke, please call 911 and administer first aid immediately. The hallmark symptom of heat stroke is a core body temperature of above 105 degrees. Other symptoms include throbbing headache, dizziness, lightheadedness, lack of sweating despite the heat, red, hot, and dry skin, muscle weakness or cramps, nausea, and vomiting. It's important to treat heat stroke because it can damage the brain and other internal organs. Heat stroke is treated by placing the athlete in a cold tub of water and monitor the athlete's symptoms until the paramedics arrive. Our return to play plan will be provided by your doctor. There is serious risk if you return to activity too soon.
To learn more about the sports medicine program, visit freighter.com/sports.
The Marquette boys soccer team does a lot of traveling to face tough competition. This week, the Hilltoppers face a tough opponent at home.
The Greater Metro Conference matchup is the subject of tonight's Spotlight.
In tonight's Spotlight, we bring you a matchup of two of the top soccer teams in the area as number 1 Marquette takes on Brookfield East. The Spartans currently number 4 in the state D2 poll, while the Hilltoppers currently the number 2 ranked team in the national poll. And just how dominant has Marquette been in the Greater Metro? They've outscored their 4 opponents 25-0. The Hilltoppers were fresh off a pair of wins in Colorado over the weekend that pushed them up the national rankings. And despite the weather, the home pitch felt pretty good as well. Here's a crazy play in the 21st minute. Marquette's Jack Dahlman with the shot. It deflects off the head of Spartan Sam McTaggart, goes off the post, and is finally cleared by Roland Conway. 29th minute, and the Hilltoppers finally break through. Osvaldo Sanchez Arellano with the perfect lead pass to Tim Flannery, and the sophomore chips it over goalie Joey Hoff. Marquette out front 1-0, and that would be the margin at halftime. On to the second half, Toppers with the corner, Ben Lease with the header. Hoff gets a piece as it deflects off the post, but Nick Chung is in the right place at the right time as he taps it in. Marquette now leads 2-0. 59th minute, and the Toppers looking for more. Colin Harris with the drive, but Hoff gets his hands up just in time to knock it away. On to the 77th minute, getting late for Brookfield East, but they give Marquette quite a scare. Ben Height with some nice individual work, the centering pass to Lucas D'Amato, who puts the floating header on goal, but Joe Jokum with the leaping save for the Hilltoppers. Marquette then tries to add some late insurance, but Alec Wall's boot is just wide. Marquette comes away with a hard-fought 2-0 win as they stay unbeaten in the Greater Metro and continue their march to the state tournament in November. The defending champs will be looking for the three-peat and title number 6 in the last 7 years.
We don't like being an underdog. I mean, it was nice against the number 1 team in the nation last weekend, but I think it's good that we have a target on back. It makes us work every game, and we know that we have to put in all of our effort.
We're getting better each game. We know as a team we still have weaknesses that we need to improve on, but as we continue to play in top competition, we get better with each game, and I really like the way that this team's moving forward.
Well, that's a wrap for this week. Thanks for staying up with us.
And remember, we'll be here each and every Sunday night, and we hope you will be too. Until next time, he's marvelous Mark Stewart.
And this is the great Lance Allen. See you next week on Preps Plus.
Well, thanks, Mark.
Of course.
The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel's Preps Plus is brought to you by Boston Store. Your store, your style. By the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network, where our sports medicine experts train the pros.